Hey y'all, this is Terry Battisti with the Bass Fishing Archives, and I'm standing here at Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri, and we're getting ready to go into the Bass Pro Shops Museum. Essentially what Johnny's got is a replica of the Brown Derby shop where he started it all back in 1972. So here, let me take you on a trip back in time and see some of what got Bass Pro Shops and bass fishing as a whole started. So we're walking in to the museum, and what we got going here is a White River boat on the right, or excuse me, on the left, and this is the boat that they used to drift trout and stuff on the White River. They'd also fish smallmouth. And here is a picture of Johnny Morris and his mother, dad, and I believe his uncle. He got some good pictures up on the wall of Johnny's mom and dad, a bunch of fish, and what I believe is the original Bass Pro Shops sign that was out in front of the Brown Derby circa 1972. More pictures. And then on the right here we have Johnny Morris with his world record gar, that pretty impressive fish there. And then some more memorabilia up on the walls here. So let's go into the replica of the Brown Derby. So here we have the replica of the Brown Derby, which is the liquor store that Johnny's dad owned. And Johnny's dad gave him, from what I recall, I think it was 8 square feet or 10 square feet of wall space and $10,000 to start a tackle store. And this is the replica as it was in the Brown Derby. Over here on the left, howdy sir. Over here on the left we have a dedication to Billy Westmoreland. Billy, in 1972, they were all fishing a tournament at Beaver. It was one of Ray's tournaments. And Johnny and his partner capsized the boat in bad conditions, and for 45 minutes they held on to a red gas jug bobbing up in the water. I guess the water was like 42 degrees. And out of nowhere, Billy Westmoreland sees this red bobbing gas can, and 2 guys clung to it, and Billy Westmoreland comes by and saves them, pulls them out of Beaver Lake. Probably, if it hadn't been for Billy, none of this would have happened, and therefore the dedication. We got a cool Bass Pro Shops sign, Smith Lures, and these are the original doors that opened up into the Brown Derby at the time. So let's go into the shop. We got some historical pictures here. We got Roland Martin and Johnny Morris at the top, and then at the bottom we have Roland Martin, Tom Mann, Bill Dance, Johnny Morris, and Ricky Green. We have 2 of Johnny's trophies from his BASS days. That one there was 3rd place, June 1973. I'd have to go back. Oh, that was a fly rod tournament. Okay, cool. That's cool. We reported on that a couple weeks back on the Bass Fishing Archives website. And then here is a 6th place finish, September 1976. We haven't covered this year yet on the website, but we'll be getting to it soon. People don't realize Johnny Morris made the Bassmaster Classic 5 years, which shows that he wasn't just a businessman, but the guy knew how to fish. We've got, let's see, an All-American Bass Tournament 1970. That would be one of Ray Scott's tournaments. And then down here we've got an ever-famous picture of Jimmy Houston. This is actually the first year Jimmy fished the Bassmaster Trail fully. This was the 1975 Bassmaster Classic at Currituck Sound. And then we have another picture here of Johnny and his good friend Steve Reed with a nice stringer of fish. And then an ever-famous picture of Charlie Campbell with Johnny. A picture was taken by Glenn Lau, And this picture here was used on a lot of the Tracker Boats promotions. And we come in here, we got an aquarium, and this is the original Bass Pro aquarium that Johnny had in the store. That's pretty dang cool. Okay, coming over here, we've got what I believe is the original section of the store that Johnny was allowed to put his tackle in. And if we take a look here, what do we got tackle box wise? We got a lot of Umco tackle boxes, Plano tackle boxes. We got some old boxes of Strand Line, and here's some really cool stuff. We got some Bagley's Better Baits plastics, the hardhead and the what is it? The springtail, and then we got some rigged cream worms and some more cream worms, Johnson spoons, Bomber water dogs, and then a whole bunch of Heddon river runts, the Dowa Jack topwater bait, flip-tail worms, old Mr. Twisters, and then a bunch of Johnny's name brand Bass Pro Shops, jigs, spinner baits, you name it. Old rod rack with Shakespeare Wonder Rods.
This was our rows of fishing tackle through here. We had a rod.
And then we have some great old, we got the old book by Virgil Ward, Champion Fishing Guide, Table Rock Lake map, Land O'Lakes Association put out a bunch of maps too. And then we've got a great dealer display of Uncle Josh here. And of course, it was a liquor store, so they have liquor along the back cabinet. Got some reels in the background, a Plano 777, and then more cream worms, Virgil Ward's fishing soap, Tom Ann's book, Secrets of the Bass Pros, Tube Worms by Night, Mr. Twister, Burke, and then a heck of a lot more cream worms. And then another great Umco Hip Roofs tackle box. An aquarium that shows a bunch of plastic worms. And then we've got some original fishing glasses, rod wrapping thread, and then a bunch of patches. Some spare reel handles, some spare rod handles,
Anyway, it brings back a lot of memories.
and an old Abu 5000 gold plated, and a 5000 red 5000. And then of course we've got a lot of other great memorabilia from when Johnny started the store back in '72.
Down memory lane. We're pulling into the side
Squirming Words,
Brown Derby Bass Pro Shop,
Johnny Morris,
Bass Liquor Store, on the way to Table Rock Lake.
and Bill Dance. The caption of this picture is pretty cool. I remember the grand opening like it was yesterday. The ad said 50-cent worms, $1 for spinners, and Bill Dance will be there. That's when I knew I'd made it big time. Bill Dance.
It's been an amazing journey, thanks to a lot of great people.
All right, now out here, I actually have this picture. This is a great picture. This is the announcement showing the grand opening of the shop, I believe. And there's Johnny Morris, Bill Dance in the center, and it looks like Virgil Ward, third from the right, and I do not recognize the other folks. I will have to go back in my archives and figure out who those guys are. But this is the cool thing. We've got one of the original Bass Tracker boats made in 1978. This is what started it all for packaged boats. Up there on the wall, you see the original ad. I posted that ad a few weeks ago on the packaged boats article. But if you check it out, it was a pretty bare bones boat. Again, they got the moon rims. You got a 40 horse Merc. I believe that was an upgrade. The boat came with a 25, I think. We've got a fuel tank. We've got a battery, 2 battery boxes in this one, but I believe the original came with 1. You got seats, live well under the seats, You have a Humminbird Super 60 on the console, storage, the front bow with a Minn Kota trolling motor, and that was it. All for $2,900 with the trailer out the door. And then alongside of it, we have the 40th anniversary edition that came out in 2018. Our buddy Chris at Retro Bassin has this boat, and he has it fully rigged the way it would have been rigged back in 1978. All right, folks, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and talk to you later. Howdy, folks. This is Terry with the Bass Fishing Archives, and I'm here in front of what used to be the original Bass Pro Shops, Johnny Morris, at 3543 South Campbell Avenue in Springfield, Missouri. Spent the week out here for the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame induction dinner, and decided that we would take a tour of quite a few of the sites. So this is the actual site of the old Brown Derby liquor store, which is where Johnny Morris got his start, and just thought I would show everybody where it all began. So I actually have an ad from 1972 showing that they were going to be having a bass jamboree or a bunch of seminars, and in that ad I will post with the video, shows this building right here. And it's kind of surprising. I figured since the Brown Derby, they're located all over local Springfield here, that you know, maybe this one was still operating as a liquor store, but evidently not. So there's the original sign that has nothing in it, and the building is for sale. So in order of completeness, folks, this is where it all started, and evidently if you want to buy the building, it's for sale. Take care, folks.